Hello guys, welcome back to Barry's Corner. It's Emily here and thank you for being here. And today I'm going to be showing you guys my August TBR. I am so excited for August because one, it's my birthday month, August 25th, woo woo. Ew, why did I say that? And for the first couple months of the year, I have been in a really big reading slump. And then I did the reading rush last month and it sparked my love for reading and I just want to read everything. That's why this TBR is so big, and I don't think I'm going to be getting into everything, but I am hoping to be getting into a lot of books. So let's get started. Now, since this is a pretty hefty TBR, I'm not going to get too in depth with every book, but the first book that I have is Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. This is the last book in the Twilight Saga. For the reading rush, I read Eclipse, which was the third book in the Twilight Saga, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I, of course, love the movies better. For me, that's just my opinion. I first saw the movies, so I guess they're more nostalgic for me. But this is a pretty hefty book. It's 750 pages, around there, give or take a few. And this is my least favorite movie. I've already started it. I'm about 100 pages into it. And I'm liking it so far. I'm liking all the stuff that's happening. I'm just very excited to get into this and finish it so I can continue on to all the other books that I have on my TBR and say that I finally read the Twilight series. That's all I want, because Midnight Sun is coming out really soon, I think this month, and I really want to read Midnight Sun, so I better finish this very soon. The next book I bought recently, it is called 99 Days. At my Barnes & Nobles, they have a Starbucks there, and they had, if you buy anything from Starbucks, you get this book for $5, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing that. A book for $5 at Barnes & Nobles, mind-blowing. And I loved it so much. Basically, this book is about a girl who had a boyfriend, and then she broke his heart to get with his brother. She left, and then she came back, and their sister is basically egging her house. But the brother, I think his name is Gage or Gabe, he's like, hey, I'm glad that you're back. And then she kind of starts a romance with him. And then the other brother comes back, and she's stuck a whole summer, 99 days with both of them. And this is my fantasies, bro. These are the types of books that I love. I'm super excited. I love reading new releases. I think this is a new release. I'm just very, very excited to get to this book. The third book that I want to read is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I also bought this when I bought 99 Days, and I have heard nothing but spectacular thoughts about this. I am searching for adult romances that I have been loving. The two adult romances that I read during the reading rush were a complete letdown for me, so I'm really hoping, if this does not make me love adult romance, I'm gonna be so pissed off. This has a lot of representation in it for autism, as well as people of color such as Asians in this book. This, I believe, is a girl with autism. She's head of a company, but she isn't very comfortable with sexual stuff in a relationship. Basically, people say that she's just not comfortable with it, so she hires somebody to show her how to be in a relationship, and she starts falling for him, and I'm so excited. I know I'm using my hands a lot. Oh my gosh, why am I don't know, but I'm very, very, very excited for this book, and that's all. The fourth book that I want to read is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I bought this recently, not my recent trip to Barnes & Nobles, but my last trip to Barnes & Nobles, and I've been wanting to read this so bad. I never have wanted to read a book so badly because of all the hype that's surrounding it, and I know I'm gonna love it. I love the idea of fantasy, but I don't read it as much because it takes me a little bit longer to get into, but the amount of people raving about this is insane. I know it's about fairies, fae, a human that gets taken in by a fairy, and a lot of stuff, and apparently the prince is very cruel. So I'm very, very excited to get into this, and it's a trilogy, and if I love this, I'm gonna binge the whole series because I'm just so excited. The next book I want to get to is The Fountain of Silence by Ruta Sepetys, and everybody loves Ruta Sepetys for her writing. It's so, you get into her writing. She writes a lot of historical fiction. This, I believe, again, is historical fiction, I believe the main character, I think this is set in Spain. I'm not completely sure. I got this in a book box, and it's about this guy that goes with his family to Spain, and he just sees everything through his camera lens. He takes pictures, he thinks everything is so beautiful, and then he meets a girl who shows him all the bad things that the government is actually doing around there. And I think that's all I know. I'm pretty sure that's all I know. It's a pretty thick book, and I'm really daunted, and it's just so daunting. I don't know. I'm scared to get into it, but hopefully, I know this won't be the first book that I pick up, but hopefully I do get to it this month. The next book I want to get into is Anonymous Girl, and I bought this when I got The Cruel Prince, and it was only $7. What? I've been trying to get into more mysteries and thrillers, and I'm very excited. I don't know much about this. I believe this girl goes to this program and like a psychology study, and then she thinks all she has to do is answer a few questions, but then the questions get super deep and super weird. That's all I know about this book. A lot of people like this book. This was the author that also wrote The Wife Between Us, and I've heard a lot of praise for that book as well. So I'm very excited to read this one. I feel like I say that I'm excited for all of these books, so I'm sorry for that. But the next book is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. I don't know. I have a TBR jar. I've had this on my TBR for years and years and years. I got this, actually, yeah, I bought this, and I was about to say I got it in a book box, but that was a complete lie. I did not. And I loved the synopsis when I read it, but now I do not know. I just don't have a reason to pick it up. I don't really want to pick it up. So I picked it out of my TBR jar, and hopefully I get to it this month and I fall in love with the book. So, because I believe this is a series. The next book is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Nicola Yoon's work. I read The Sun Is Also a Star, and I think I gave it a 3 stars. It was okay, and then I saw the movie and it was completely different from the book, so I didn't really understand why it became a movie in the first place. And then Everything, I saw the movie and hated it. And I know that I'm not gonna like it, but it's on my bookshelves, and I want to finish all the books on my bookshelf. So I'm gonna try to give it another try, and hopefully everything goes well. Now, the second to last book that I have on my TBR is Frankly in Love by David Yoon, which is Nicola Yoon's husband, and I believe this is his debut novel. It has sprayed edges, which I am in love with, and I really like the synopsis. I believe it's about an Asian man who his family only wants him to date Asian women, and he has a girlfriend that is white, so they don't accept her, and he gets a fake Asian girlfriend so that his family will accept him and her, and then I believe he starts falling for the Asian girl, and I'm very excited. I feel like that synopsis is so like pure, beautiful, and just awesome, everything that I look for in a romance. However, I feel like there's going to be a lot more stuff in here since it is a pretty thick book, so I'm very excited for that. Now, the last book on my TBR that a lot of you guys are going to be very surprised that I have not read, which is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I have seen the movies, The Hunger Games, except for I believe the last one I haven't seen, but I have seen the movies. I love the movies. I think Jennifer Lawrence is amazing playing Katniss, and I just have never read the book, and everybody says that the books are better. Everybody. I've never heard somebody say that the movies are better, and I love the movies. So if the books are better than the movies, like I'm so excited. I feel like I'm the one person that hasn't read all the originals. Like before I started reading Twilight the past couple months, never read it before, never read The Hunger Games, never read Harry Potter, Divergent, all of those books I've never read, and everybody gets really mad at me. Like, how are you into reading books and you haven't read Harry Potter? It's like insane. So I'm really, I know I've said this a lot, excited to read this. I want to see if I like the movies more, because in Twilight I really love the movies more. But I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm ready to read this. So those are all the books that I want to read for August. I'm very excited, joyful, happy to be getting to all of these books, or hopefully getting to all these books. I've already started reading Breaking Dawn, which is the last book in the Twilight Saga, and the biggest book, I believe, on my TBR. I love you guys so much. Please tell me what you guys are reading for August, or leave your video down if you have a video of your TBR down below. I would really love to see what you're reading. Love you guys so much. Please subscribe, hit the like button, do whatever you want to do, and bye.